Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be going through the chess game that happened on twitch.tv/Uxieu and twitch.tv/CPT Tater's Twitch channel. This game was hella crazy. We have the Grand Rat Master Uxieu and the Grand Booba Master Tater heading off in a 5-minute blitz game. Now, this game was talked about for 18 billion years before I got to it. But if you want to watch it, all you have to do is go to their Twitch channels. I'll have the links in the description. That being said, we have Uxieu on the black pieces and Tater on the white pieces. Well, let's get into it. We have the birds opening, F4 from Tater. This is a move that's very irregular. It's not the best move, but it's a move to get out of opening preparation. As we know, Tater likes to play the English, but Uxieu's very good at the King's Indian. And he likes to play the Queen's Gambit, but Uxieu has started learning the Slav defense. And if Tater ever tries to touch e4, the Caro-Kann is on its way to reap him. Now, the reasoning behind f5 is that now black can't play e5 unless you want to fall to the King's Gambit, which is a forced transposition, or the Frum's Gambit, in which case, black has to play a very sharp position while down a pawn. That being said, it's kind of like the Sicilian, but in this position, Uxieu plays the Dutch variation, a very clean defense. And now we have our first standout move, a crazy outpost knight that can't be attacked very easily. There's no pawns. The pawns are pushed past the third rank. And in order to attack it without sacrificing the knight is to move 3 times and the 4th time to attack. And once the pawn gets here, this is just annoying as well, and you have to attack it again. That being said, Tater sees his line and plays h4 in order to stop Uxieu from potentially moving this into a King's Indian defense, which would be something like this. I'm going to make random moves with black. With white. But yeah, this is the kind of shape that you're trying to go for. That being said, we didn't have that. We had h4 from Tater, h5 from Uxieu, stopping the kingside attack, and we have g3 from Tater. Now, g3 is not the best move because it falls in for a tactic, where you have a fork here. And because of this, you might be saying, oh, why can't I just move the rook here? Well, here takes, and now your rook is stuck. Yes, you can move the rook here, but where's your rook gonna go now? Your rook's literally screaming in a prison cell. It cannot move anywhere. And you could potentially get drawn here as white. So, it's very annoying, and your rook's just stuck there. That being said, if we go back to what was actually played, we could see it was g5. This is the only move that brings it back to 0, and we have takes, and Uxieu brings out the queen. Now, the queen got hella drip, though. Got that. And it's attacked immediately by Tater. Now, the king wants some fresh air, so he blocks the queen out here. If this wasn't chess, I would kind of have to sue the king for, attempted killing, attempted murder. And the queen just fucking disappears. And rest in peace, queen. Now, there are a few moves here, Take, take, take. Uxieu finds finds a move that allows the bishop to take the other bishop. Tater doesn't take it and moves back in order to get protected twice. And we have the connect 3 formation trying to push for connect 4. There would have been a connect 4 formation and an insta-win earlier on, but Tater knows Uxieu's connect 4 tricks. So Tater takes a check, and now we have a pushed pawn. We have bishop takes bishop, and instead of taking with the knight, Tater takes with the pawn, because, you only have to drag it a little bit to take with the pawn. But take with the knight, damn, that's like centuries. That's light years to move. So, sacrificing, a good move for, slightly less carpal tunnel in the future kind of makes sense. After this, we have a rook moving forward. We have check, king to the side, and now we have a move from Tater that protects all of the front pieces. Queen protects this, that protects that, and that protects that, and that protects that. So now we keep going, and Uxieu defends her d-pawn, probably confused about what's going on. We have a connect 3, and these aren't pawns, so it's not a connect 4, so there's no claimed victory. Tater brings the knight out, trying to kick out the annoying knight I was talking about, and Uxieu disregards this. Tater sacrifices the knight in order to play a sick tactic that doesn't achieve anything, but, you know, it would be really cool if they continued it. The reason why this is a cool tactic is because if we had another piece here, let's say the rook, or really anything, this would be checkmate. But Uxieu's forced to move back, and Tater just goes back to pushing pawns. Uxieu plays a social distance meta, and, you know, those pieces are looking socially distanced. But, you know, look at white pieces. You know, they might win the battle, but at the end, you know, it might be kind of sus. We have the pushed pawn, and we have take, and now, in this position, Uxieu was reported to have said, "I want to make the knights kiss," or the horses kiss, which I thought, you know, bring them in front of each other. But no, Uxieu wanted to make them, you know, that's complete obliteration, not a kiss. I'm sorry, I might be wrong here. But takes, and now you have a pretty neat checkmate pattern, where you can't check because takes. This is what Tater did. The best move here is to protect these two pawns so that this can't take, or move, really. And we have, you know, the best move is bringing the knight here, but let's say you just want to attack the queen instead. It still loses to the idea where you push the king in order to get a mate over here. And Tater doesn't want to play into that because the checkmate isn't cool enough. So he plays bishop to h3, and now Uxieu has a discovered attack on this king. If takes and then moves to the side, Uxieu will now launch a counter attack in order to win the king and the game. That being said, Tater missed a very cool checkmate because it wasn't cool enough for him. If Uxieu just did a random move, there was a long castle mate. As we can see here, these are rare and these are style, dude. But Tater didn't think it was styling enough. So, you know, we have this variation instead. And now, obviously, in this position, we have mate in 1, but we're just going to be playing in order to take all the pieces and win a safe game. Black and white keep on playing, and now white has a passed pawn. Now trying to push it, and we have the BM move, where Tater doesn't need a queen, just promote the bishop. It does the same thing that they need. And now Uxieu falls victim to a hella checkmate. You might be thinking, why can't king take? It's because of that bishop. Now, this is a crazy checkmate. Honestly, I didn't see this. When I watched the game live, I was like, how is that checkmate? It was a fun game, and these two are great streamers and very interesting people. If you want to look at them, go ahead to their Twitch channels. Their links will be in the description. Follow them on Twitter or something like that, you know, they're funny. And if anyone wants me to look over a game, just send me a message. Anyway, this was hella fun. Have a good one, guys. See you next time.